Okay, so by now you should have graded your homework, you're good to go, turned it into the tray if you haven't already, or turned in a blue slip, you know the drill. We're going to take some notes on solving inequalities using division and multiplication. Now, this is just like solving equations, which you guys are pros at, okay? But instead we have an inequality sign and we have to graph it, okay? This just takes practice. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. And we'll do more practice when I get back, so no worries. Just try your best to make sure we take down all the notes exactly like it looks up here on the board. So, first thing I want you to do is copy down everything on this slide. Leave some space for work and for your answer as well between the problems. So if you need to pause right now, you are totally welcome to. Okay, so just like solving equations, when we solve inequalities, we have to do the opposite of what the side next to the variable is doing. So we need to see 12m is less than 132. Okay, so we got to figure out what number m is. So we draw that line down the middle. We're multiplying 12, so we need to divide by 12 to get rid of it. So that gets rid of the 12. And we take 132 divided by 12, and you get 11. So m is less than 11. So whatever our answer is, m has to be less than 11, because 11 times 12 is 132. So any number we multiply by 12 has to be less than 11, because 11 times 12 equals 132. So our answer, first answer is this: m is less than 11. Okay, we did the math to solve for it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw our inequality line. So draw your number line. Put 0 in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it is a less than sign, so it is an open circle, just like we did yesterday. Okay, and like I said, your less than sign kind of shows you where the arrow is going. The arrow is going this way, so any number that is less than 11, so all the numbers that are less than 11 get colored in, including the arrowhead, because this goes on forever. All the numbers forever that are less than 11. Okay? If you need to pause now, you can, so that they can take this down. All right. This one, we're doing division. So the opposite of division is multiplication. So we got to take t divided by 3. So we got to multiply by 3. That gets rid of that there and leaves just t. Multiply by 3 over here. We get t is greater than or equal to 45. Okay. So this is the first part of our answer. T is greater than or equal to 45. Okay. So whatever t is, it's got to be greater than or equal to 45. So we draw our number line. We're going to say 0. And I'm going to go by increments of 15 because I don't want to draw 45 little markers on there. That's a lot. Okay, this is a greater than or equal to sign, so it's going to be an open or closed circle. Hopefully you all said closed. Closed circle because of that equal sign. Okay? It's all the numbers that are greater than 45. So every number that's greater than 45. Again, this kind of shows you which way your arrow is going to go. And then we got to color in our arrow as well. So color the line. Color the arrow. It goes on forever. All the numbers forever that are greater than 45. So if you need to pause at any point, seriously, just ask Mr. Rosfeld to pause it. You can watch it again at home if you need to. That way you can take your time with this and get it all copied down. Ooh. All right, so now we're going to throw in a fraction, okay? Don't freak out. It will be fine. It's the same thing as anything that you're doing. Just going to do the opposite of what they're having you do. So make sure you write all this down, copy it down, leave some room for work. If you need to pause to copy it down, you can. All right, so just like equations, we draw our line down the middle. We are multiplying by a fraction here, so that means we've got to divide by the fraction over here. So we're going to divide by 3/5. Okay, so we get 3/5 divided by 3/5 goes 3/5 times k. Times 5/3 times k. That's one side of the equation. We get 15 over 15, which simplifies to 1. K is less than or equal to 6 over 1 divided by 3/5. Okay, so continuing on. If you need to pause, you can pause. K is less than or equal to 6 over 1 times 5 over 3. Make sure you're writing down every step. K is less than or equal to, so 6 times 5 is 30. 3 times 1 is 3. And that simplifies to K is less than or equal to 10. That's the first part. Remember, you got to graph too. Okay, so now we've got to graph it. 0, I'm going to go by 5s. 5, 10, so 5, 10. It is a less than or equal to sign, so it is a closed circle, so close that circle in. It's all the numbers that are less than 10, so everything less than 10 forever is our answer. Oops, I missed it. Where did that happen? Okay, you can pause if you need to. This is an answer. This is an answer. Okay, go ahead and copy this down. Make sure you leave lots of room for work. Okay, so leave 3, 4, 5 spaces in between. So let's go with 5 just to be safe. Each problem, and make sure you write down the instructions as well. You can pause. You probably will want to. Okay, so for these ones, we've got a couple of solutions that we've got to solve, and then we've got to graph them. Okay, so just go step by step, and then it shouldn't be too big of a deal. So just like equations, we're going to take -7 here, -7 here. You get x is greater than 2. That's our first one. And we take divided by 8 here, divided by 8 here. We get x is less than or equal to 8. Okay, so that's the first part of our solution. We've found the solution of the inequality. Now we've got to graph them. So I'm going to make my number line here. I'm going to say 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So 2, 4, 6, and 8. So all the numbers that are greater than 2, so open circle, greater than 2. All the numbers that are less than or equal to 8. Okay, and it says and in here, and that's very important. Okay, and means that they have to be both greater than 2 and less than or equal to 8. So and means it's got to be true for both. So all the numbers that are less than or equal to 8 and greater than 2, so all of these numbers are greater than 2, but they're also equal and less than 8. It's got to be both of them if it says and is very important in this. Okay? All right, pause if you need to. Our next one, we're going to do +3 over here, +3, so x is less than or equal to 11, and 6, 72, so x is less than 12. All right, so we draw our number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, 10, 11. Oh, I'm going to draw this a little bit longer. I'm going to change this on this, so I need to get rid of. Sorry, I want to erase. Oh, I'm not drawing it. Erase it. So I can start over. Okay. Alright. So, I'm going to put 0 here. So it's going to go on for a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 11 and 12. All the numbers that are less than 11 or equal to 11 and greater than 12 or less than 12. Okay? So it's got to be equal to 11 and less than 11. Okay? So we've got to go from 11 all the way to the end. And since 11 and everything less than 11 is less than 12, that one works. Okay? So make sure you have a closed circle because of the 11. And an open circle on here. But nothing between those two. Okay? You can pause if you need to. We're going to go over this when I get back. So if you're confused, just make sure you copy it down. Try your best. Alright, the length of a rectangle is 8 feet, and its area is less than 168 square feet. Write and solve an inequality to represent the width of the rectangle. Alright, so we've got a rectangle, so if you need to copy this down, copy it down, please. Pause it so they can copy it down. Alright, the length of a rectangle is 8 feet. And its area is less than 168 square feet. We don't know what this is, so we're going to put an x here. 8x is less than 168. So we know 8 times x, because area is length times width, is less than 168. So we're going to take 168 and divide it by 8. And you're going to get x is less than 21. Okay, so it says write and solve an inequality to represent the width of the triangle. We know that our width has to be less than 21 for this to be true. You can pause if you need to. Alright, that's it for notes. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to do pages 174 and 178 in your Rap J. Okay, some of the stuff, so 174 is from the stuff we did yesterday, some more practice. 178 is what we did today. So I want you to try your best. Do as much as you can. If we have questions, that is okay. You can ask Mr. Rossfeld if he can help you. Or if not, I can help you when we get back. All I want you to do is try. So I should see some effort on both of these sheets. Okay? If you do no problems, I'm going to assume you didn't try at all. So I at least need you to try. When you're finished with those, you can work on your math practice packet. Okay, I want you working the entire hour. I do not want you to stop at any point. Work until the bell rings. Okay, if you need this presentation, I'm going to put it on Google Classroom for you to look over again in case you need to see it again.